Guess in at the 5 spot. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now here's Tatum. Brown feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. "11 feet out, and he hits it.
Sweet little mid-range from Jaylen Brown. That 3-level scoring coming into play.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And White kicks to Tatum. 58 seconds left to play here in the first. For the 3. It's good from long range.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Vassell outside. Off target from three-point range.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Brown kicks to White. And here's Tatum for 3. And it's Fox with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now, here's Biyombo, guarded by Porzingis. The wide open look here for Fox. Nailed from three-point land.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
Outside Holiday. The shot will not fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "We can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Here's Sohan. Clock at 6. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's Boston. Here's Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
So it's San Antonio now. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Paul outside. 35 seconds left in the first half. Here's Fox. And Boston with the rebound. It's White on the wing, defended by Paul. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Celtics out in front, up by 2. And now let's catch up. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Chris Paul is out there with Fox, and it's Biyombo at the center. Now here's Paul. Still yet to score. Biyombo dishes to Fox. Back to Biyombo. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
This guy is very solid close to the rim. Biyombo knows when to be assertive on the interior.
1:09 left in the third quarter. Holiday, a screen on Fox. Here's White. And Paul pulls it down. And so it's Paul bringing it up for San Antonio. It's a 3-point game. Fox with it. He's picked up by White. For the tie. Rebounded by Tatum. Fox has gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Tatum. No good from outside. Spurs trail by 3. Outside, Fox. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Fox has got 6.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, what's impressive to me about Jason Tatum is how he attacks his weaknesses in the offseason. This guy is committed to greatness.
That one is no good.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
Fox kicks to Paul. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs lead by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. San Antonio trailing here. Fox goes in. Offline with the baseline jumper. Boston shooting the ball at 42%. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Holiday surveying the floor. Back to Tatum. The flush by Tatum.
Yeah, the problem with Jason Tatum in the pick and roll is he can roll or pop, and that makes him hard to guard.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly will
Win. We'll see if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thank you, David. Paul kicks to Fox. Shoots from 14, and he gets the jumper to drop.
If Fox gets cut off from inside, he has options. That mid-range is a big part of his repertoire.
Now here's Tatum. Over Barnes. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Looking to get stops late, that kind of defense ain't gonna cut it.
That's unacceptable. The hustle and focus on that end is not there for either side.
Fox, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
White the pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. The wide open look here for Holiday. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Over in the corner, Paul. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Paul. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Vassell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Here's Holiday, and now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now, with Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.